say top. Who them call me? Top.
Beer shot, no shot, Teddy broke shot. Well on, rhythm just bust, so they must put me on. Top of the list, get the gist, so it go on. Murder the beat, in a Z non-stop. 999, them a call Babylon. Hide up in rhythm when everybody done. Left beer victim, enough of them a run. Draw for the cycle, draw for the sun. We own the title, straight fire bun. Enough of them can't carry where I'm from. Is it Jamaica or England? Rolling with the thugs, them and Leng man. Draw for the Mac and the too long. Max and Barrows is where I'm from. 45 spinners is where I'm from. All medicine is where I'm from. Killers and winners is where I'm from.
Introducing, introducing. It's the KOK boxing in the building. What up, LadyChann?
Hey, how you doing, LadyChann? What's up, Kenny Ken? How you doing, brother?
How you doing? You're good.
Yep, all the better to hear from you, sir. Definitely in the building.
That's right. Shouts out to everybody in the chat for joining us.
Yes, exactly that. Exactly that. Who's that? Glass chin height job. Yeah, Elijah friend. I know. We're going to be discussing it. So, you know, there's stuff to chop up. Where's my pen? Because, you know, pens don't like me for some reason. So, right, where are we starting, Kenny Ken? We're going to start with Montana, shall we? And
I think we have to, because, you know, it was shaping up.
The elephant in the room.
Yeah, we have to start with it because it was shaping up to be a very, very good fight. You know, like I said, you know, there's some good skills by Montana Love. You know, he's shown his showcase, you know, using his backhand really well. Spark, you know, definitely for me contained the power. Put him down in the second round. And then, you know, 5th to 6th, I thought was a bit even. And I thought, you know, Montana was doing really well. And then the 6th round, he gets caught in the ropes because what Spark's doing is he's cutting off his space. Got him in a bit of a combination. And then the clash of heads. That's what sparked it all for me, because, you know, it comes with clash of heads. You know, I was watching the zone coverage and he's saying he can't see, and then he goes and does that. So I don't know, man, what the situation is. But one thing is that despite the skills on display by Montana Love, the better punches and the more eye-catching power punches come from Spark. So again, did he do it out of protest? Or did he do it because he was getting tagged? And he knows why he committed such a bad foul and transgression in a big fight. I don't know what was going through his head.
Yeah. Hey, Canna, that nigga Canna. What up, Doe? You all right? Long time. Yeah. Okay. All right, King of King. What you got to say about Montana Love in the building? And he threw Sparks out of the building.
Well, Montana Love is one of my more favorite up and coming fighters. You know, I was impressed with him a few times here and there, but he was getting overwhelmed. Now the guy to me was using a lot of dirty tactics. He dropped him. I think Montana Love, his punch resistance, it's just not there, and his defensive skills are not developed enough for him to keep guys off him. Like, low key, to me, this is like a terrible matchup. Like, I don't know how you brought this dude who's clearly bigger than Montana. And Montana, you know, he's a stocky kind of 140 pounder, and this guy's just way bigger than him. And he had no fear. He went straight at Montana. The head clash, like Kenny said, you know, it sounded like, you know, usually when a guy says he can't see, they stop the fight. That didn't happen. And so they got right back into it. You know, Sparks tried to go for brokes, you know, applied some rough house tactics. Montana looked like he got frustrated. He put the forearm to his neck. Now, I don't think that forearm was strong enough to flip him over the ropes. I think Sparks kind of went with it. He landed on his feet. He was ready to go. You know, the ref probably should have just took a point away, or maybe 2 points, wherever he felt like, and had the fight keep going. I don't think the stoppage was warranted. If Sparks had went on the ground and act like, you know, it was like, oh, I'm hurt, it's terrible, but I don't think he wanted to do that, because I think he was enjoying whooping that ass. I mean, just keeping it real. He was bringing it to him, and Montana just I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't know. Of all the endings in a fight, I never expected no crap like that. So It is what it is.
It was. It was. Do I sound too low? Because I felt like I was buzzing. Hang on, let me turn. That's a bit better. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's better. Everyone watched the backlash. I didn't see nothing wrong with what he done. I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, that dude, Steve Sparks, was fucking doing some illegal shots. The ref didn't see it. The ref didn't notice it. Or, you know, it's whatever. You can do what you can do. And as long as you get away with it, the ref needs to be reffing. Like, when it was in the clinch, Steven Sparks was hitting Montana Love, rabbit punches on the other side, opposite side of where the ref couldn't see him, hitting Montana Love, you know, in the hip and stuff like that. And it was religious. He was sticking elbows and forearms into Montana Love's face as well. And the ref basically didn't deduct a point, didn't really reprimand him as much as I can remember. And I just think that Montana Love had enough. I mean, at the end of the day, right, this is in his hometown, Cleveland, Ohio. He's brought the masses out. You mean, and not everybody's come from Australia, and I don't think Cleveland's got a massive Australian demographic, unless I could be wrong, but you know. And it was a championship. It was a championship. It was a title fight, wasn't it? One of them little WBA silly ones, Intercontinental or something like that. But nonetheless, it still is a 12-rounder. So as a referee, you've got to put all of those things into context. Surely not. Surely you've got to put these things into context and be like, I can't just be willy-nilly and stop a fight for really nothing. The geezer was dirty fighting. The geezer got put out of the ring. But I mean, you weren't lifted, you weren't thrown out. I mean, but do you know what? Montana tried a little mini lift at the time. But hang on, let me take it back. Montana Love got lifted up in a horizontal form by fucking Steve Sparks. Anyone remember? He got lifted up twice. Got lifted, there was headlocks, there was all of this. So by the time Montana Love had pushed him towards the rope, and he had the four, he kind of just, the geezer was athletic. He wanted to kind of show, look, I can just flip over and I'm going to be all right. He landed on his feet. There was no full force of like, do you know what I mean? Just get back in the ring, take a point off Montana if that's the case, and let's keep it moving. He's already been dropped. Do you know what I mean? So on the scorecards, he's super down anyway. Do you understand? Like, but that ref's an idiot. I'm just staying with that ref's an idiot. Montana Love. I've been watching him, and like yourself, Edward, yeah, I was kind of high on him. But I'm seeing that you're getting dropped back to back. This is the second fight now on the trot that you've been dropped. Bars. And the other geezer was a late replacement, and he was a puncher. And he don't, now I see that chin isn't holding up. You've got to go down to 135. These lads are coming down from about 165 easily. And I would even say probably they're coming down from about 170. Let's have it right. If Sean Porter was coming down from about 175 and he was, do you know what I mean? He was coming down from 175 to welter. I think these guys are coming down from similar 170. Do you know what I mean? Coming down. It's bigger lads. Montana Love is a small lad. You could see the weight difference after rehydration. Montana Love looked nice and rehydrated. It looked like he obviously put on a few pounds. But if you saw Steve Sparks, he definitely looked like a middleweight. Like just a middleweight, even a super middleweight. Yeah, it's just, I just think he's always going to have problems like I say, with a Regis Prograis, with a Subre Matisse, like it's going to be detrimental for him. He's gonna keep getting dropped. That's what we're gonna see him get. Who else would give him problems? Even someone like, if you don't mind, a big rehydrated Teofimo Lopez, because you know he's a counterpuncher. Teofimo is a counterpuncher, but he's a puncher. Whereas this geezer now, he's a counterpuncher. So you're waiting before you can get your shot off. But you don't have any power. I mean, you've got 9 knockouts on his record. So that suggests, you know, not really have any power. This other geezer was he was at like, I don't know, I'll forget. It was something like 13 out of the 15, something to that ratio. So he's a puncher. And my guy's always going to have problems with a puncher, like you said. If his defense ain't put in check and you can't move out of the way, mate, yeah, you're going to have to go down to 135. And let me just introducing, introducing, introducing.
Don't make me have a pop off scene. Champion. Top, what I'm calling me, top, pull up your hands, say top, everybody ball out, top, pull up your hands, say top, what I'm calling me, top, everybody ball out, top.